What you see before you is the updated Kershaw Oso Sweet. Updated? What? There's an update? I didn't know there was an update. Yeah, I just found out myself when I ordered it and opened it and looked at it and said, this looks different from what I saw online. Hey, what's the deal? You know, I looked at this knife and I liked it a lot and I wanted one, and then I got it and I opened it up and I said, wait a minute, this looks quite different. Now, as you're looking at it, maybe this is the first time you're seeing this knife and you're thinking, what's different about it? Or maybe you have seen this knife before and you still don't know what's different about it. I'll point out a couple things to you. While it's closed like this, you can see a couple differences. Well, maybe one difference, and that's the steel liners, stainless steel liners. It already had those stainless steel liners, but now they're visible. In the past, they were actually covered up by this black FRN handle, and they were sort of hidden behind that, sort of hidden underneath it, and wrapped the handle sort of wrapped around it and over the top of those liners, so you couldn't look at them. And now here they are. Now they're just out in plain view for you to see. You know what though? I don't mind it. I'm not bothered by it at all. It makes it feel and look like a solid knife. And I know it's solid now because I see these stainless steel liners in there. And feels a bit heavier than I remember it feeling. I picked one of these up and messed with it for a little while in a knife shop. I love the feel of it, but noticed and felt that the handle was pretty light, kind of lightweight, kind of thin, kind of cheap feeling, and I was kind of concerned by that. That's why I didn't buy it at the time. And now this thing feels like a chunk of metal in my hand. You know, that those liners really make a difference as far as that's concerned. So, advantage, I think, to this updated Kershaw Oso Sweet. What are some other changes here? Let's look at that blade. Does it look different to you? Different from what you remember, from what you've seen in other videos? Looks different to me. That was the first thing that I noticed, actually. I didn't notice the liners first. I noticed the blade, because the blade was what I love so much about this knife. Looking at other people's videos and seeing pictures of it and having seen it in that knife shop that I was telling you about, I loved the shape of the blade. Thought it was gorgeous. And one of the things I loved about it was that it was a flat ground blade, which was very cool looking. You know, I know that some will say that hollow grinding is more useful and it'll hold an edge longer. That may be, can't really say. But that flat ground just looked terrific to me. Also, this line you see right here, this edge as it comes down here, from where the blade is flat to where it gets ground. I don't know what you would call this line. Anyway, it's different than it was on the previous version of the Oso Sweet. And yeah, you know, I like the old one better. I like that old look better. I liked it when that sort of swept up really high and was very thin and sort of ended right around here. And then it was just like flat ground all the way down. I thought that was fantastic looking. Just beautiful. This is not ugly, but it's not as beautiful as that one was. Still very sharp, of course. So yeah, hollow ground now. That's interesting. I noticed that it was hollow ground and that blade shape, that grinding area, was totally different. And you know, when I first opened it up and looked at that and noticed that was one of the first things I noticed. I thought, oh boy, can I keep this? I'm not sure. And I think I can get used to it. I'll be alright with it. Except for the other problems that I'm about to show you. Am I ready to show you those yet? I don't know. Let's first, instead of addressing the problems, let's go to one of the other changes. Not sure if you can read it, and I'm afraid I'll go out of focus if I try to bring this any closer to the camera. But right here on the blade is marked the type of steel that this is made of. And it is no longer made of AUS 6A. Not anymore. This is now made of 8CR13 MOV steel, which, as I've done some reading, apparently that's a better steel. Not by a lot, just a hair better, but better. And I'll take it. I'll take a little something extra, something better, in a new version of this Kershaw Oso Sweet. So let's get now to the problems I'm having with this. And these problems, as I address this is for the benefit of Kershaw, because I'm actually probably going to send this in for warranty, repair, or replacement. By looking at it, you don't see anything wrong with it probably, but I'm going to show you what's wrong with it. And Kershaw, let me know. I'm going to attach this video. I'm going to address, or not attach, but reference this video as I use your online warranty claim form to let you know what the problem is that I'm having. So here's the problem that I'm talking about, and I tried to express this in detail in the form. Is with the blade and the liner, this right side liner over here. As I go to close this blade, close it all the way here. Do you see yet what the problem is? I'm not sure if you do. I'll try to adjust the light a little bit. Maybe that'll change things for the better. Don't know. The problem I'm having is that the blade is actually not resting, but actually putting pressure up against that right side liner. Again, if I try to bring it closer to the camera, it won't stay in focus, so I apologize for that. But it is actually putting pressure against it, not just resting. It's putting pressure against that right side liner, which is a problem, I think. It actually slows down the deployment. Let's see if I can. Yeah, you see that? You see that come out just a tiny bit there? I'll push it back in. It'll come out just a tiny bit there and get stopped. It actually stopped there because of the pressure of the blade against that liner, against that right liner. That's a problem. That is no good. I think that's a manufacturing defect. And I hope you'll agree with me. By the way, if anyone watching has the same problem with yours, and if you feel like this is normal, let me know that too. It slows down the deployment. I can still deploy it, I can still get it out, but it does slow it down. And I noticed early on, as I was holding this knife and opening it, playing with it, that it was difficult to get it open. Even after I adjusted this pivot screw here, I felt like it was difficult. I was putting a lot of pressure here to get that open. More so than I thought that I should. And I'll close it again. Now, here's another thing I want to point out. I can close this to this point here, around there, and it will stay in this spot. Do you see the problem here? Look at that. The blade is right up against the liner. See that big gap there on the left side? Oh man, look at that. Oh, that's terrible. That's horrible. That's a manufacturing defect if I ever saw one. Now, I really, really hope that the 2010 Kershaw Oso Sweet does not have this as a feature. That would really suck. Don't make this like, a normal part of this knife. Nobody would want that. I don't want that. So, I'm speaking to Kershaw now. Kershaw, as I fill out this warranty form, this is the problem that I'm talking about. The fact that that blade is actually putting pressure against that right liner. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think that over time, the blade and that liner are going to wear each other down, and you're going to see some visible wear, some unnecessary wear. Now, it gets a little bit easier as you push it in. I attribute that to the hollow grinding. There's sort of a little ramp there for it to go in, but still, there's pressure. This is putting pressure against the liner. No good. So, to Kershaw, let's get this fixed. I think this is a manufacturing defect. And to all other Oso Sweet owners, this is the future of the Oso Sweet. Hopefully not this defect, but everything else I've mentioned. These are the updates. This is what we got, for good or for bad. Thanks for watching.